Welcome back to another video. I am covered in dog hair. I am a mess right now. I don't know what day it is. I do. It's Sunday the 5th of April. It is English bench this weekend. So I spent yesterday handling my lifters at English bench. They had phenomenal days. I ended up not going to bed last night until gone one. And I struggled to get to sleep for about an hour. The Airbnb I was in was terrifying. And the windows were so thin. I could literally feel, I thought the window was open in the room I was sleeping in. No, the windows were just that bad that I could feel the breeze coming in. So that wasn't great. Basically I had 5.5, maybe 6 hours sleep last night at most, then had to drive home this morning, which was fine. And then I've just been getting loads of work done and I'm now about to train. It is nearly 6 p.m. So it's been a really great weekend. I've loved every second of the weekend. I'm just starting to have a bit of an energy crash and I need to get my session done. I was originally going to train earlier. I was going to do some work, train the rest of work, but I got a bit lost in what I was doing and now we're here. But it's fine. I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling good overall. Nutrition for the most part has been great. Did end up having a burger takeaway last night because when we got back to the Airbnb after the comp, I was just really hungry. So I was I'm going to just have something else. So I don't know where my body weight is sitting, so I didn't take my scales with me. I would imagine, to be honest, I'm probably mid to high 86s. I filled in my check-in form for my nutrition coach when I got home today. And I've suggested, I will let you guys know in the next video what we decide to do, but I've suggested another deficit because basically I'm away every single weekend apart from one between now and my full power comp in May. I then have 2.5 weeks until Bench Worlds and I'm away 2 days before I fly to Poland for Bench Worlds at another comp. I am away, I think, maybe 6 comps out of the next 7 weekends, something like that. I haven't done the maths. Basically, I'm away a lot between now and comp and the comp after. And I would like my body weight to be something that I don't have to really think about. So I've suggested to my nutrition coach that we actually just deficit again. Not aggressive at all, very minimal, 2,000 to 2,200-ish. I'm going to see what she says. Steps I'm still keeping up as well. I mean, the last couple of days, I've just done what ended up happening with obviously being at comp and stuff, and with traveling and stuff. And I think I've been about 8,000 the last couple of days, which isn't terrible. I was averaging 11,000 until that point though. So do want to keeping my steps up as high as possible. Kind of 10 to 12,000 is a minimum at the moment. Obviously on the days I'm not handling at comps, because on those days I'm just going to do whatever steps are required for the handling. But basically I'm thinking to myself, if I can get my body weight between 84.5 and 85.5 rather than 85.5 to 86-ish, I'll just have a little bit more leeway for those weekends where I am away and those days where I am away. As much as I intend to prepare food and take food with me and stuff, it's just going to be, I'm all over the place basically. So I just want to mitigate that as much as possible. And then if I get to the end of the day and I'm super hungry because it's been such a long day, I can just have a little bit extra and it's not the end of the world. So that's kind of where my headspace is at in terms of what I would like to do with my nutrition. We will see what she says, because I'm going to just let her make decisions, but that is kind of my thoughts on the process. Energy levels today they're okay. I'm surviving. That's about it right now. But I am looking forward to training. I think it's going to be fun. My body feels good. My hamstring issue hasn't been a problem at all. Today's plan, I've literally now looking at it for the first time. I've got a top single at 175 on squat. I've got a triple at RP7. And then I've got a 2x5 at a set percentage drop, I think. I don't really know what I'm doing. Then I have comp bench. Can you tell my brain is not working? I then have comp bench. I have a top single at an RP of 8. I have a 1x4 at 7.5 RPE. And then I have 3x4 at 95. And then on deadlift, we've got ascending sets. So I've got a triple at 120, a triple at 140, a double at 155, and then a single, or two singles, 165 to 170. I'll be loading 170. That's the plan for today. So deadlifts are all set loads. Everything else, squat top single is a set load. Everything else is kind of depending on how I feel, apart from the lighter bench sets. I think that's all doable. It should all be fine. My single last week on squats wasn't incredible. I just kind of misgrooved on the descent, but then everything else felt good. Hoping I feel good today. I don't know. I need to just kind of lock in. I'm very not locked in this moment in time. But I'm really excited because I've got such exciting weekends and stuff coming up, but I'm also aware that I also have big comps coming up. I say big comps. I'm trying to take this really seriously going into the English, I really want to win. But also I've kind of just accepted my fate of I'll just do what I can on the day. Is what it is, which I think for me is actually probably a good mindset to have. I'm going to just stop talking and train. I think my brain is becoming fried, so I think I need to just lock in and get this session done, and then go from there.
Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa 띵하고 어지러워 I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold blood Yeah, 너와 있을 때 I swear 제가 먼저 zero 폭설한 게 chill day 꿈에도 I wasn't aware 나만 빼고 넌 모두에게 참 친절해 배신감이 들어 단판이 돼도 머릿속을 흔들 네 ibuprofen 그만해 it's time to stop 승부욕을 자극하는 style yeah. 알면서도 마음이 자꾸 내게 가 안만 빠져버릴까 If you want me back I'll tell you I'm sorry If you want me back I'll tell you stop trying Yeah, you got me Let it go 얼어붙어 like whoa
Okay, so I don't think squats could have actually gone any better. They felt incredible. The single at 175, it was a set load, but the cap for the RPE was 6.57. So if I thought 175 would be an overshoot, obviously I would have gone lower. It was like a 6, like at most. And then the triple, I got to choose a load for the triple. The goal was an RPE of 7. Last week I did 155 and it was supposed to be a 6 and it was an undershoot. So I was like, okay, well, an RPE higher, I'll go up 10 kilos. If it was an undershoot last week, that should be about right. It was literally like not even a 6. It was so comfortable. I think one thing I'm really noticing is that I basically just, like, because I've not done obviously like heavy singles for a long time anyway. But I just basically need to remember what it feels like to work hard under a squat bar. Like that's what I need to remember. And obviously I've been working hard, but that's the thing I think I'm missing. Like I did the 175 and I was like, I guess it was like a 6. Like I really had no gauge of what was left. But I'm back doing 15 kilo jumps into my singles and it feels much better. Like 160 into 175, they felt basically the same. So I'm feeling pretty confident with squats actually. Yeah, they felt really nice. I don't really have anything else to say on them. Like they just felt really good. I did 2x5 at 140 after and it was literally like an empty bar on my back. I wouldn't say the 175 or the 165 necessarily felt super comfortable on my back. Like I don't think I quite got the unrack right, but like it didn't matter. And that's a massive confidence boost for me, I think. So I'm feeling very happy with that. Gonna just move on to bench, I guess. I was gonna get an unrack for bench, but I think I'm gonna do it myself and just kind of see. But the target for the single is an RP 8, and I know roughly what I would like to hit. But we'll just see. We'll see how things feel.
I see 한여름에도 넌 겨울 Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah, girl you cold-blooded Yeah Girl you cold-blooded Girl you cold-blooded I'm like frozen 뭐야 모두 stress은 gotta let it go 했어 소개팅 데이팅 어플 다 깔아 또 보았어 반대가 끌린대 opposites attract Don't know about me and you, yeah we fell into the cracks Yeah 갖고 너네 no cap 왜 나는 보여 what's happening 객관적일 수가 없이 이미 game white flag and waving fast Yeah I'm leaving back but 말해도 너만 보면 나도 내 맘 I don't know 이거 love a relationship 헷갈리기만 해
Okay, so I don't know what's going on. I do not feel great today, but everything is moving so, like I feel so strong. Apparently hardly any sleep is great for my training. So bench, the goal for today was a single at 8 and it was like 117 was the number I had in my head. I hit 112 last week. Obviously the logical jump would be roughly 117 this week. And I was not terrified because I knew I would be fine if I did fail it, but I was wondering like, because I've still got another week of this block, like it's only a 3-week block. Next week the single is at 9. Obviously, if I fail this week, it then just doesn't bode well for next week type thing. Obviously, I'll just come in and try again, whatever. But I put a lot of pressure on not failing that single. And I think 117, 120, they're numbers that I haven't hit in training very much. And I hit them on the platform, but I don't think I've benched 117 since comp in December, at the start of December. I've doubled 115 since then. I've failed 120 since then. But I don't think, from memory, I've actually hit 117 since then. I've definitely not hit it self-unracking. And I do get quite a lot off of the unrack as well. So the fact that I managed to just hit 117, and not just hit 117, the fact that it was really comfortable. Like I've never felt that strong under 117 before. My butt lifted by like a millimeter, but I'm actually not going to beat myself up over that because one, it was marginal on a soft pad. I don't think it would be visible anyway, but I'm not obviously going to let myself think that like going ahead. Like I need to make everything undeniable. But my lower back's not feeling 100%. During my session Friday, I was picking up a 25 and like it just felt like nothing twinged fully, but like it just felt a bit off after that. And then yesterday I was in the car for about 2.5 hours. I was then handling all day and kind of on my feet and stuff. And then didn't sleep in my own bed last night. Didn't get much sleep at all last night. Driving back this morning, sitting down at my desk a lot Friday and today. My lower back's not, I mean, it's not, I'm not worried about it, but it's not feeling 100%. And I said in a video, I think it was this session last week, so last Friday's video, that in order to fully tuck my bum down, because I'm not blessed with a big bum, it does sometimes make my lower back feel a bit off. And because my lower back was feeling off going in, I did find tucking a little bit more uncomfortable today. That's not an excuse. And obviously on comp day, I wouldn't allow that to happen. But considering the nerves, the self-unracking, all of it, I'm really happy with that. And then, ambitious goal number 2, I had a set of 4 at RP 7.5 target, 107.5, 4.4. I was worried it was going to be a bit of an overshoot. Like, logically, it should have been a bit of an overshoot. It was so comfortable. The last rep was a little bit slower, but it's just the last rep of the set for me. Like, that happens. But the first 3 felt like an empty bar. I mean, they should. Like, I'm capable of doing it. And that's kind of what I reminded myself as I unracked that and the top single. I was like, you are more than capable of doing this. Like, you just have to believe in yourself. And obviously it worked. And I'm so happy with how they moved. Like, honestly, I'm so happy. Obviously the bum thing does have to be sorted. Also, my heels might look slightly up, but it is the shoes. I have actually ordered some new shoes because I'm not risking anything in terms of technicalities going forwards. If I fail a lift, it is on strength or nothing else. Like, I am not being called for technicalities on my bench press at All Englands or at Bench Worlds, like, absolutely not. So there's stuff definitely needs to be cleaning up, and I think the new shoes will obviously make a big difference, because also when I'm benching and setting up my position, I'm really overly thinking about my feet, which means I'm also not overly thinking about my bum as much. So I do think getting the new shoes will probably eliminate both of those problems a little bit. But I'm so happy with how that single moved. It was so comfortable. Like, it was so, like, if I did that in comp, I would jump to at least 122. Like, I would feel confident in the 122. That felt the easiest it ever has. And it was paused. I didn't panic. I just trusted myself. I think, considering I've not hit that heavy in a while either, we're in a very good spot. And yeah, just deadlifts left to go. But like I said, I'm on such a go slow. But then I'm letting myself go slower because obviously I'm just so tired and stuff. All I have to do once I've trained is grab something to eat, but I'll probably just have a protein shake and like a handful of fruit or something. I have tracked more than that, but my appetite's not super high right now. It's getting late. I do want to go on a walk as well because it'll help my back, and also just want to get some fresh air because I've actually not really been outside at all today. So that's something else I need to do before I kind of get in bed and stuff, but it's all fine. Although I am up early tomorrow again, so I do need to like get a move on. But deadlifts is just a standing set, so that shouldn't take long at all. Then it's got my rehab stuff to kind of do, but I've been doing that as a superset. Also, hamstring, no pain. I've still got deadlifts to do, so we'll see after them, but nothing at the moment. So relieved. All is good. And I think if it was going to flare up, it would be today, obviously with less sleep and recovery overall. So we're on to a good few weeks of training. I'm like 4 weeks out, I think. 5 weeks out? I'm so calm. This is not like me, but I'm enjoying it.
I'll tell you I'm sorry if you want me back. I'll tell you stop trying. Yeah, you got me. Let it go. 얼어붙어 like whoa. 어지러워. I see. 한여름에 더 너겨. Cold-blooded. Yeah. Girl, you cold-blooded. Girl, you cold-blooded. Yeah, girl, you cold-blooded.
Okay, so main lifts are done. Actually pretty happy. The first single at 170 didn't feel amazing. I don't think I went quite wide enough with my stance, and I let my knees kind of come in a little bit too much, like my wedge wasn't quite as secure. Fixed it on the second felt great. I think with deadlifts at the moment, it's just getting used to it being a little bit slower off the floor because we haven't gone heavy on sumo in a long time. Well, since the block pull last, I guess. I actually can't remember when we last went heavy on sumo. I'm so like not paying attention to my training right now, but like in a good way. Like I'm so detached from it. I'm just coming in, doing what's written, then like finishing with it, which I think is why I'm also so calm, obviously heading into this comp and stuff. But yeah, the 170, obviously, like I need to get used to it being a little bit slower off the floor, which I think for the first single, I just let my position break down a little bit more. I mean, it was still easy, like it was like an RP6, but yeah, it just wasn't quite as snappy, but the ascending sets up to that felt incredible. I think doing reset reps is really just helping me nail my start position. So next week we have got a semi-exciting number. I'm hoping I can move it like an opener. I'm not going to disclose what it is now. I told my coach that I'm going to move it like an opener so that he lets me open their comp, but we'll obviously just wait and see. But I do know that like variables and stuff have not been perfect for this session at all. And sometimes I think you need these sessions where things coming in just aren't amazing. You're not feeling 100%, you're not super motivated to train, and then you have a great session and it proves to you that you can do it anyway. And one thing I've been really reminding myself all session is like, I can do hard things. I can do hard things. That's been like on repeat in my mind, and obviously none of it's been hard. So that means there's plenty of room left, which is really exciting. I'm feeling really good. My hamstring issue feels great. Like my left hip's a little bit uncomfortable, but not anything I'm worried about. And I know that it will ease off like pretty much straight away. My body feels the healthiest it probably has, to be honest. Like even my lower back, where I said about bench, like it's not anything I'm worried about. It's not anything concerning. Like it's just a little bit of discomfort that I know will clear up. Like I know my body really well. If I now just completely lock in until comp, which I think also, like when I mentioned at the start of the video about my nutrition, I think I'm somewhat, and I said this in my check-in form for my coach, I really struggle to be at maintenance. I think if I've not got a direct goal, I just struggle. I mean, we know I struggle to be at maintenance because if I don't have a nutrition coach monitoring my food, I just eat everything in sight. But I do struggle sitting at maintenance because I think it's almost like, even though there is still a goal of fueling myself, I need a set goal, which is not a good way to be. Like I need to kind of work on that. And I said to her, like, I do want to work on that post-comp when we've just got loads of time. But for now, I think I just need the goal of like a little bit of a deficit, like a slight one. Not even necessary to actually end up losing weight overall, but just to give me that little bit more leeway. Yeah, I'm feeling happy. That session couldn't have really gone any better. I've still got to do my rehab stuff, which I'll get done in a sec. I've just been super saying it also only takes about 15 minutes now at most. So I'm going to get that done. It's one of those things I really don't want to do it because I feel fine. Like I'd rather just go in and get to bed early, but I need to do it. That's the only way I'm going to stay healthy and I can still push them. And I've got no adductor work apart from my rehab work. Can't get my brain thoughts out. Can't get my thoughts out. Brain is not functioning very well right now. But I'm really happy with how the session went. I think just allowing myself to just sort of take my time a little bit. I actually really enjoyed it. Couldn't have really asked for anything to move any better. Everything was an undershoot. Like literally everything was an undershoot. So really happy and excited to keep building into comp. Like this level of calm going into comp, even though like I don't feel super strong either. Obviously things move really well today, which is a confidence boost, but like I'm sure I've said in previous videos that my legs don't feel that strong right now. Like I'm really missing, I think I even said in this video, I'm really missing a lot of like direct leg work. Like if I don't have a heavy leg press or a pendulum squat in my program, my squat usually tanks. And we've not had that in the program for a long time. So my legs don't feel strong right now, but things are still moving as they should. So that's all we can ask for.
Girl, you cold-blooded.